Hey everyone, welcome back to Rob's Car World. Today's top pick is a 1983 Chrysler Imperial. I found this car on Craigslist all the way up in Chicago. Let's go check this car out. Been looking up in Chicago in the cold weather markets, what I normally do this time of year to see where prices are, and I stumbled across this 1983 Chrysler Imperial. This car represents the sixth generation Imperial that ran only from 1981 to 1983. And what happened was Lee Iacocca came on board during Chrysler's bankruptcy, and he really wanted to prove to the public that Chrysler was here to stay, and he gave a green light to go ahead and build this car. Sales on this Chrysler Imperial was dismal for a number of reasons. One, we just got through a gas crisis, and V8 engines weren't that popular, and inflation was really big back in 1983, and every time inflation was getting higher, this car was exclusively built in Canada, and they had to keep adding price increases. And as the price went up on this car, sales just dropped off. But a car really was a success as far as a halo car in the showroom. People buying K cars and buying minivans and things like that. This car served the purpose to be, the ultra luxury type car, fully equipped and things like that, with a nice bustle back exterior, which is very, very, classy look. The Seville had the straight line going down, and this car had this beautiful bustle back, which is actually penned. It's a nice designed car. So again, this was the last generation of the Imperial. You won't see this again after 1983. This car exclusively rode on a 318 cubic inch engine V8, and it only had about 140 horsepower. By 1983, though, the car had fuel injection, so that helps as well. Lee Iacocca had a good relationship with Frank Sinatra, and they actually have a Frank Sinatra edition of this car. Of course, it's in baby blue exterior color. If this car was a Frank Sinatra edition, it would be much, much more expensive because not many left on planet Earth to find these days. He's asking $9,500. We'll get into the pricing in a little while. I thought maybe you'd like to see the commercial that they ran. I found this from Retro Man, who collects old ads. He's on YouTube, so if you'd like to subscribe to Retro Man, please do. Here's the ad that I found.
It's time for you. It's time for you.
It's time for Imperial, a new luxury car with everything standard from an interior by Mark Cross to electronic fuel injection.
Reminds me of Mad Men, right?
That dreams come true.
It's time for Imperial.
Good looking car. Definitely looks like
as long as any other
a Lincoln Mark.
luxury car.
Come on, baby, it's time. It's time for you.
There's Frank Sinatra.
Imperial.
That hood ornament is actually a Cartier jewel, so it's an interesting thing. But here we go. So let's dive into this car and see if we can tear it apart a little bit. One of the things that bothered me with this ad, he's a dealer, which is cool. I have no problem with dealers. They add in their profit, so sometimes you can find a car without a dealer. You don't have to pay his commissions. But this car, the photographs are just a potpourri of different times of the year. And some photos look really nice, like this photo here, and then some photos are very discouraging, like this photo here. This almost looks like the photo that when he brought the car home before he detailed the car and made it look beautiful. These lights here on the sides of the cars back then with Chrysler, they were like a gas-infused light, almost like a fluorescent light, and they burn out right away. And there are people that can remake these for you. I really doubt that light is working, but when it was working, it was very dramatic. I liked that light, and because I had one of these, not this one, but prior year. And there's the watershed grill that actually went in and out with the bumper, that 5-mile-an-hour bumper. Hideaway headlights are really cool. I'm sure they're vacuum operated. There's that jewel hood ornament that has no value, but it's nice that it's there. Fully equipped, nice interior. So this photo here is very bright and brilliant in the sun, and it shows a glossy paint and such, but it also shows a little rust here on the quarter panel and things like that. Not the quarter panel, the sill on the bottom. So I'm being a little particular on the car only because he's asking $9,800. So he took a photograph of the undercarriage. I don't know why people do this. He put it on, looks like a ramp. and probably took a rag and cleaned this, oil pan. But one of the things that you have to look out for is when you buy a car, any type of car, here's an idler arm and suspension that's all original, and a lot of grease fittings and all that, which is cool. But when these things aren't new, it's like, God, yeah, I got to start repairing all this stuff. So you can see that whatever, this car might be a very original car, but this car is asking for a lot of attention when you get it home. So because the front suspension may start rattling on you, and your tire wear is going to be abnormal. So you might have to do some work on the car. Looks like there's some splatter on the carriage here from some oil. Original catalytic converter that probably is begging to be changed or cut off. But it doesn't show any rust on the undercarriage, so that's pretty cool. Again, he's asking a lot of money for this car. Again, nice bright photo of the engine bay. Looks really nice, but it's that one photo that he includes. These photos are also nice, but it's that one photo that he includes where that one right there, that kind of turns me off. So anyway, so when you go look at this car in Chicago, hopefully it looks as beautiful as it does in the photographs. If it's the original paint, original interior, original engine, and the car runs out really well when you test drive it, it's probably worth $6,500. But if the car was repainted, if the engine isn't running as it should, if you find rust underneath the front bumper or rear bumper, or anywhere in the trunk area, then probably I would be turned off from the car totally. But I don't, unfortunately, think it's worth $9,500, which shouldn't stop us from going down and looking at the car, talking with the owner. Again, he's putting in $3,000 of his own profit being a dealer. He probably paid $5,500 for this car along the way. So, but that's it. So I thought maybe you enjoy that car. Thanks very much for joining us here. If you want to find this car, just go to Craigslist, punch in 1983 Chrysler Imperial, and this car will come popping at you. If you're not already a subscriber to Rob's Car World, please subscribe. And more importantly, please share with friends that love cars, because we're growing this channel nicely every day, and I'm happy to see that. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you again here with another Rob's Top Car Pick. Have a great day.